Let's kick things off with a pretty provocative question. Is your anxiety actually a sign of high intelligence? What if that feeling, the one you've probably always labeled as anxiety, isn't a weakness at all, but a sign that your mind is just working on a whole other level?
I mean, think about it. Have you ever been in a room with people, maybe at work or just with friends, and you just know you're picking up on things that are flying right over everyone else's heads? The real conversation that's happening under the surface?
You know what I'm talking about, right? It's those tiny, tiny details. That slight shift in someone's tone of voice. A hesitation that lasts just a split second too long. Or a look that just lingers. These are the things that most people seem to completely miss, but for you, man, you catch everything.
And let's be honest, constantly processing all that extra information, it can be absolutely exhausting. It can really feel like your brain is just stuck in overdrive, and it is so easy to slap the label anxiety on that feeling. But here's the big question. What if that's the wrong name for what's actually a really powerful function?
And that brings us to our first really big idea here. We need to completely reframe this experience. So instead of thinking of it as some kind of personal flaw or like there's a glitch in your wiring, let's start calling it what it really is, a powerful ability. And that ability is known as hyper-awareness.
So what exactly is hyper-awareness? Well, first off, it is not a disorder. It is a cognitive trait. It basically means your brain is just naturally wired to absorb and process a way higher volume of information from the world around you than the average person. You're not imagining things, you are literally just seeing more of reality.
This comparison is so key. See, on one side, you've got the common view of anxiety, that vague, overwhelming feeling of worry, right? But on the other side, you have the high intelligence perspective. Hyper-awareness isn't some fuzzy feeling. It is a skill. Your mind is actively gathering data. That intensity you feel, it's not a bug in your system, it's a feature.
Okay, so your brain is gathering all this extra data. Great. But what is it doing with it? Well, this is where the real magic starts to happen. It starts connecting patterns that are basically invisible to everyone else.
The engine that's driving all this has a name: associative integration. Now, it sounds complicated, but it's really your brain's incredible ability to take one tiny new piece of information, like that brief hesitation we talked about, and instantly connect it to everything you've ever experienced. And that's how you see a pattern that's invisible to others.
And the craziest part is this all happens in a flash. First, you notice that subtle cue. Your brain immediately scans its entire memory banks for anything similar, and then boom, it detects a hidden pattern. It's like, hey, the last 3 times my boss used that exact tone, the project was in trouble. This is what forms your intuition, that gut feeling that's so often right, because it's built on a mountain of data.
And this is the most crucial point. This entire process is not a bug in your system. It's not you overthinking. No, it is a highly advanced feature that gives you a unique and serious advantage.
I mean, if you think about it from an evolutionary point of view, it makes perfect sense. At its core, this is a survival skill. The ability to sense subtle shifts in your environment, to feel danger or opportunity before anyone else in the tribe, that is an incredible asset.
In the modern world, this skill translates into a really sophisticated tool. It allows for a much deeper, more nuanced understanding of people and situations. You can read a room, navigate complex social politics, and see problems coming before they even happen, all because your brain is built to see the whole picture.
All of this leads us to a new way of looking at the big picture, understanding the very architecture of your own intelligence. It's like finally getting the user manual for your brain's unique cognitive operating system.
So let's put it all together. Your brain isn't broken, it's powerful. What feels like overthinking is actually deep data processing. Hyper-awareness isn't a bug, it's a core feature of your intelligence. And most importantly, your ability to see what other people miss, that's not a curse, it is your greatest asset. So the next time you feel that familiar rush of information, that sense of heightened awareness, don't just label it anxiety. Recognize it for what it is, your intelligence at work. The only question left is, now that you know you have this powerful tool, how are you going to use it?